At the Shiva, people ask me what I'm going to do when we get up on Wednesday. We got up Wednesday morning, and I was thinking, what's appropriate to do? Firstly, I thought, nothing. What should I do? Should I go home? Firstly, I'll visit my mother, of course, but then go home, take a shower, take a nap, go through my mail, go to work, go through email. Nothing seemed appropriate. And Tuesday night, what was appropriate came to light. I have to give a little bit of background. My father had an uncle by the name of Uncle Avron, who was my father's mother's youngest brother. And he got married late in life. He got married in 1955 to a woman that we knew, whom we came to know as Tante Gloria. Tante Gloria, as I said, was married to my great uncle, and she left Europe with her two sisters, leaving her parents behind. They made it to America and they settled in New Jersey, where she eventually, her two sisters got married before she did, but she got married, as I said, to my uncle in 1955, and he passed away in 1966. Unfortunately, one of her two sisters, who had two sons, passed away at a young age, the age of 35. My aunt Gloria, Tante Gloria, and my uncle, Uncle Avron, were not blessed with children, and Tante Gloria raised these two nephews of hers as her own, together with their father, who passed away, I believe, in the 1970s. But she raised them, she gave them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, cooked Shabbos meals. It was a substitute mother, shall we say. She lived quite a long life. At her 100th birthday, her nephew Michael, who she raised with his brother, invited us, our family, to her 100th birthday party in Teaneck. Shortly after this party, she realized that she couldn't live alone anymore, so she moved in with Michael and his wife, where she lived for 4 years. She passed away Tuesday evening, the evening before we got up from Shiva. So my dilemma as to what to do Wednesday morning was answered. I went with my wife Perla, and Mendy and Rafa, and Chaya, and Moshe, directly from the Shiva, to a graveside funeral in Elmont, Queens, to our Tante Gloria. Now, Tante Gloria is one of the many people that Chaya called every Friday afternoon. And I couldn't think of a more appropriate way to get up from Shiva, from Chaim, sitting Shiva to Chaim, than to go to Tante Gloria's Levaya. There's a term, chesed shelemes, that applies. The classical case is when someone passes away and is found on the road and they don't know who this person is, that people who partake in the funeral, it's chesed shelemes because there are no thank yous. The recipient of the chesed obviously can't say thank you. You don't know who he is, so there's no family to say thank you. So this is called true chesed. I don't know if I've ever done chesed shelemes, but I felt pretty good about going to the Levaya. When thinking about this, I thought to myself that if Chaim wouldn't have known, had it not been Tante Gloria, he would have gone to such a funeral. He would have gone to a funeral of a woman who raised two nephews as her own, moved in with their nephew and niece, lived to the age of 104. He would go to this funeral. And I realized chesed shelemes is something that Chaim did naturally. If chesed shelemes means doing kindness for people without looking for anything in return, I think that was what he was and what he stood for. He never wanted a thank you, never wanted recognition. I was with him once and someone came over to say thank you and he went, shh, it was my pleasure. So I think it was more than appropriate that that's where I went when we got up from Shiva. I am now going to be Messiahim, the Suksin, which is the last mission, the Shisha Siddur Mishnah, and then I will say the Hadran Kaddish. Amr Yeshua ben Levi, Osir, in the future, HaKadosh Baruch Hu lahantu l'chol tzadik v'tzadik shlosh meos v'asar lamos. In the future, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to grant to every tzaddik 310 worlds. Shnema, because it says in the pasuk, I will bequeath to my loved ones yesh, and yesh is gematria, the numerical value of yud and shin is 10 and 300, 310. I will bequeath 310 worlds. Amar Rabbi Shimon ben Chalafta, Lo motza HaKadosh Baruch Hu kli machzik rachel Yisrael el HaShalom. HaKadosh Baruch Hu couldn't find the vessel of keli to hold the brachas that he was going to give to Klal Yisrael, only peace. Shenema, Hashem oz li'am yitain, Hashem yivarach esama b'shalom. Hashem will give strength to his people, and he will bless his nation with peace. Hadron Allah Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Hadron Allah. Datan Allah Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Datan Allah. Lo nisnasei mina Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Lei Sisnasei minan. Lo ba'amah hadein lo ba'amah da'achei. Dasei. Hadron Allah Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Hadron Allah. Datan Allah Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Datan Allah. Lo nisnasei mina Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Lei Sisnasei minan. Lo ba'amah hadein lo ba'amah da'achei. Hadron Allah, Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Hadron Allah. Datan Allah, Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Datan Allah. Datan Allah. Lo nisnasei minan, Shisha Siddur Mishnah v'Lei Sisnasei minan, lo ba'alma hadein, lo ba'alma da'asei. Yihir Ratzon Fenecha Leheinu v'Lehe V'Seinu,